Hello, my name is Nathan and I am with 360 Gallery here in Smithers, British Columbia, in northern part of British Columbia. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a website. I wanted to make a video for you that if you are looking for a website designer, developer in northern British Columbia, I'm going to give you the information so that you make sure that you find a good one for your needs, basically. And so I know that there's a lot of business owners, because I deal with business owners. There's a lot of business owners that don't understand what they actually want when they say, I want a website, I need a website. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cover that for you so that when you hire somebody, doesn't matter if it's me or if it's somebody else, that you are looking for and you are getting something that is successful, something that is going to get you results. Because as a business owner, your website, you want it to generate phone calls, you want it to generate foot traffic for your business, you want it to generate leads as in emails, you want it essentially to generate sales for you. And so the thing is that that comes with a lot of things that you may not see on the front end of a website, as you may see here. So this is what you call the front end of a website. And so you see some text, you see an image, you see a button, and so this is our website here. Now we've got some testimonials on here. You can read a little bit about what we do. You can see some of the brands, many of the brands that we've successfully worked with, all across British Columbia. I don't think I have, well, I do have other clients in other countries, but mostly because I live in British Columbia, these are all from here in Smithers, Prince George, northern British Columbia. And so one of our biggest things is that we don't just give you a website. There's a lot of people out there who will just give you a website. They'll say, hey, you want a website? Here's a website. They'll just put some photos, some text up, boom, there you go. But what I'm going to show you in this video is that's not what you want. You do not want just a website that's just photos and just text up on the internet ocean, because that does not serve you as a business owner. And what these images here highlight are previous clients of ours that when they hired us, they got an increase in phone calls, in leads, emails, foot traffic, reviews, and that's what we always want to make sure. So, like I said, this video isn't to sell you on us, on why you should hire us. This video is to make sure that you, as a business owner, you are privy to what is needed in order for what you actually want. And what you actually want is not just a website lost in the internet ocean. What you want is you want a online platform, an online piece that generates you leads, foot traffic, sales, phone calls, emails. That is what you want. But the thing is, how do you actually get that? I'm going to actually show you. So anyways, these are some of our clients. Blue Water Sushi here in Smithers, BC. Bruce Woods.ca, who is a woodworker here in Smithers, BC. Caribou Upholstery, Prince George, BC. Metrotown Naturopathic, Burnaby, BC. And then we do have other clients as well. And then we have other clients that we are working on in the moment as well. And so what we like to focus on is search engine results, and you're going to learn a lot about that, what it is. If you don't know, SEO is also what it's called, search engine optimization. You're going to see why it's important. And so we also do 360 virtual tours as well, which are these beautiful pieces right here. You can see this is Ferrari in Vancouver. You can look all around. So this is a pet store in Prince George, as you can see. And you can walk through the whole entire store. You can see it top to bottom, side to side, whatever you wanted in beautiful Smithers, BC. You can, if you want to take your lovely lady out to a beautiful date, well, guess what? You can walk through this restaurant virtually to see if this is where you want to take her. Or Mother's Day is coming up. You want to take your lovely mother to a nice restaurant, you can virtually walk through Blue Water Sushi's restaurant and you can actually see what their restaurant is about. 360 tours are absolutely incredible. If you do not have one for your business, trust me, like it's huge. Being able to give this type of experience to your potential customers who are looking for you, who are looking for the products and services that you offer. So anyways, that's just another service. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah, you can walk through Telqua. I live not too far from here. There's Telqua, BC, the Chetwynd Chamber of Commerce trade show. You can walk right through their whole entire trade show. It's absolutely amazing. So anyways, let's get to it. Let's get to one of our clients, which is the Smithers Chamber of Commerce. Now, the thing is, actually, how do I want to explain this first? This is a big thing. So let's open up a brand new private tab. I'm not logged in or anything, so you can follow along. You can do this. The thing is, as a business owner, when you are wanting or needing a website is not actually what you want. What you're actually wanting is something that generates you leads, sales, foot traffic, all of that stuff. So let's say, for example, we had a potential client who was online and they said, how do I protect my boat windshield from rocks when trailering? I think I spelled something wrong there. Anyways, we're just gonna go with it. So this is Google. You can do this as well. So I'm gonna redo that question there. There we go. It's spelled properly now. Now on Google, let's actually see here. We can, if I zoom into this just a little bit here, on Google, they have a brand new thing that is an AI overview. So what this overview has done, so AI, artificial intelligence, Google has their own AI now. So what this AI does is it goes online, it reads information, it finds information that they deem trustworthy, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. They find information that they deem trustworthy, and they use that as part of their AI overview that you see in front of you. So this photo right here, this is actually our client right here. Let's see here, Truxedo. Oh, here we go. To protect your boat windshield from rocks while trailering, consider using a windshield cover or film. Windshield covers like the ones by Truxedo or Caribou Upholstery. Truxedo is actually a big name in the windshield covers. So to be put up with them is that's actually really cool. And so the information is taken by the AI going out, seeing a website that has this information and using that as its source. And then you have the source that it's gotten the information from right here. Once again, that's our client. This here is our client as well. Boat windshield covers protect you from chips and cracks. And I can actually open these up. I can open these up and show you what they are. And so these are as you can see, boat windshield covers protect you from cracks. This is actually the service page. Book your free quote today. We've got more photos of the boat windshield protectors. And we've got a lot of information here, as you can see. Now, the thing is we also have this, what is basically a blog post. And this is a big piece of information talking about the different types of how to protect your boat windshield from rocks. And so this is very strategically placed on here as well. I'm going to show you a few examples because this website here, we've actually probably invested somewhere upwards of $15,000 for everything that you're seeing on this. Now, I know that they charge anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 for their services. So how many leads do they need in order to to get a sale, and then in order to recoup the cost of a $15,000 website. So this is all strategically done, and I'm going to show you why we do this. So if you look here, this is an example of a website that we've done. This is the home page here. You can see we've got videos, we've got text, we've got the services, we've got testimonials, and these testimonials are actually very specifically chosen because they've got certain keywords in there. Let's see, we got Caribou Upholstery, which is a branded keyword. And then we also, let's see, new boat cover. That's a keyword as well. Let's see, this one here, professional, fits our boat. So it's got boat in there. Recommend Caribou Upholstery, branded keyword there. But these are very strategically placed in here. We've got videos, we got more keywords in here. Then we got a link to the articles that we've done for the website. You'll see those, but I'm not going to click on them here. I'm actually going to find them on Google, which is where your customers are. They're searching for you on Google. And so I'm going to show you live examples as to why we have such a detailed website. And this is what you want. You don't want somebody, you don't want a website that is thin. Let me actually show you one that is. So if I go to, what is that one? Chiropractor in Smithers. So if I'm looking for a chiropractor in Smithers, there's one place, this one. Not now. Smithers Family Chiropractic. So this place, oh wow, it doesn't even have a secure spot. So that's a red flag to number one. But then the next thing is Smithers Family Chiropractic. This is the entire website. So when a Google AI or any type of AI goes searching online for a information about a chiropractor in Smithers, it comes to this, but I don't know what this gentleman does. Does he work with elderly folks? Does he work with sciatica? Does he work with, what about, what's that called? My benefits. Does he take benefits? Does he auto bill? Does he, there's so many questions, so much information that I have about chiropractic, especially if I've never been to one, that this just does not answer that. So if I go to Google, for example, and I say, does MSP cover chiropractic? I don't believe MSP is a thing anymore, but it's just a question that came to my mind. Let me see here. Okay, so those are all on the GovBC. It's an old thing, but this is my client here. As you can see, does a medical service plan, MSP, cover chiropractic? Yes. So that is, I can't remember if MSP is a thing anymore, but that is one of our clients, as you can see. So you have a question, you go to Google, and then your potential client is finding your website. This is what you want. You don't want a website. You don't want a website that is not being found. You want people who either know about you, or perhaps they don't know about you and they just randomly find you. I'm going to show you all kinds of examples as to what you want, because you have to put your mind in you have to put yourself in the mind of your potential customer, your potential client. So let's go to, so anyways, back to this one. Commit to here. Let's say protect your beautiful boat with the best covers. So we have a big website here. The services. If I come into the service, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of services. So if I come into custom boat cover, we've got here photos, we've got all kinds of information. This is actually a big page because there's a lot. There's pontoon boat covers. There are winter boat covers, custom snap-on boat covers. So if I were to take this here and open up a new tab, go to Google, let's see if I can actually find that. Right there, there's my client right here. Best custom boat covers in Canada, crafted to perfection. That's our client right there. If I were to, so as you can see, boat travel covers. So there's a reason as to why we have all this information. And it's because when, especially nowadays with AI that is coming in, if you have a website like I just showed you, the chiropractor one, there's so many questions that are unanswered. And so you're missing out on so much potential website visitors. I'm going to show you this one, what this one's been able to do. So you got prices. Let me actually take this. And if I open up once again a new tab, how much does a boat cover cost? Right there. It's just right there. Custom can range from a few $100s to over $5,000 depending on the fabric. There's our client again. That's our client. How much does a boat cover cost? There's our client. There's our client. How much does a boat cover cost? So there's, I'll show you the post that, let me actually go to this one here. How much does a boat cover cost? This is specifically the keyword and the title of the article that we wrote. And we have a table of contents of the different covers, the different materials, all kinds of different things, and factors affecting boat cover cost. So if we go into, so we have the 4 different services that, as you saw, there's a lot of information on there. And they have, as you can see, a lot of information. But one of the key things is that we also have a blog area. And these are all different articles about people. Once again, do you need to cover your boat in the winter? You know, how much does it cost to reupholster your boat? I think this is the most popular one that is out there. Top 7 reasons why you do need a boat cover. How much does boat cover cost? Shield your boat. How do I protect my boat windshield? How long should a boat cover last, and how to extend the life of it? So, for example, let's go back to Google and let's type in, should I cover boat in winter? And like I said, you have the ability to go to Google and do this yourself and then see the AI overview. So Google's AI searches the internet, grabs a summary, and guess whose client, okay, is in there? That's right, our client. So there's a lot of thought that goes into this. Here's our client right here. Do you need to cover your boat in the winter? So your potential client is wondering in the back of their head, do I need to cover my boat for the winter? And let's say they end up on this page and say, okay, like, let's read through this. They get some information and they say, who is this Caribou Upholstery? Who is this? Who are these people? Let me go there. And then they come to the website and say, oh, wow, we've got a video we can watch. Looks like they do all kinds of things. Hey, I need one of those for next summer. I don't have one of those. How do I contact them? Right? I can either click on the phone, I can either contact, fill out the form, whatever I need to do. There you go. That is the idea as to why we have these articles that are written. I'll show you another one that we did. Best boat dealer, Prince George. In northern British Columbia, we got Prince George. So here we got best boat dealer, Prince George. You know, people are looking, I want the best boat dealer. Cycle North, always at the top. They do a really good job. You've got Forest Power Sports, PG Motorsports, and then guess what? Guess whose client is sitting right here? Best boat dealer, Prince George, BC. What if I were to go, who is the best boat dealer in Prince George? Cycle North Power Sports. Discover the best boat dealer in Prince George. And guess whose client is right at the top? That's our client right there. Okay, so this is our client right here. So if I were to actually click onto this, I'm going to actually go to this page and check this out. What we did for this client is we wrote a whole thing about one of the best boat dealers in Prince George. And within there, so people who are looking for the best boat dealer are going to click onto here. And they're going to say, hey, we're Caribou Upholstery, your local BC boat dealer's best friend. Okay. And so in our line of work, we've got to know the ins and outs of the best Prince George boat dealers. So before you hit the water, let's talk about one of the best places to look when on the hunt for boats for sale in Prince George. Don't forget, contact Caribou Upholstery for all your boat upholstery needs. We're here to make your boat even better with our top-notch boat upholstery services. You got bimini tops, snap-on boat covers. This is very strategically done so that when somebody is looking for the best boat dealer in Prince George, we are already in their mind, and they're thinking, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to this Cycle North Power Sports and buy my boat. But what was that place that I actually got that? Caribou Upholstery, because they had some really cool looking boat covers. That's what I want. And so we created this page for Caribou Upholstery so that they could tap into another market. So that is, so when you want a website, you want a designer, a developer, a marketing strategist to be able to get to know you, your business, your company, your goals, your what is it that you want, and you want them to be able to come up with a strategy in order so that you are generating leads from people who know of you. So people who know about your brand. They're saying Caribou Upholstery, Prince George. They already know who you are, but they already know who you are. They're typing your name into Google. Then there's the people who don't know about you, and they're typing in boat upholstery Prince George, and then they're finding you, or they're typing in should I cover my boat in the winter, and then they're finding you. Okay, so you're not just catering to the people who know about you already. They know your name, they know your location, they know you. But what about the people who don't know you? So that's where the strategy comes in. So when I build a website for my clients, I don't just hand them over a website and say, here you go. No, there's a huge process within it that there's strategy, there's thinking, there's research, there's so much that is in there as well. Now, another thing, let's see, let's go back to Google and let's go to how to relieve menopause. If I can spell it, that'd be great. Menopause naturally. Let me see if this one works. This is a pretty competitive one, I would say. If we come down here, okay, so it's not there. Naturopathic. I can't remember the ones that it is. Let's see. Natural remedies for menopause fatigue. Hot flash. Menopause hot flashes. Right here. Can a naturopath help with hot flashes? That's right. That's what it is. Menopause relief. So that is our client right there. So once again, you are. These people don't know about your brand. They don't know who you are. They've never met you before. They may not even be living in the same town, the same city, but people are willing to drive, that is for sure. Where we live in Smithers, there's Prince George, there's Burns Lake, there's Houston, there's Terrace, and there's people that are hours away, maybe half an hour, minutes away, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, hours away, but they're willing to drive. They're willing to make that journey because maybe they've tried the chiropractors in their town. Maybe they've tried the naturopaths in their town and they don't like it. So they are going to Google and they're saying, let's see, for example, best boat dealer, best upholstery shop in Prince George. Let me try that. There's ours right there. There's our client right there. And we got another one. We got two of them. We got two spots right there. So as you can see, there's just So many ways. This is literally, you're putting yourself in the mind of your potential customer who is going to Google. They don't know about you. They've never heard about you, but they are wanting to find you. Now, in order to do that, when it comes to a website, there is a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of, like I said, thought process, strategy, everything. Now, I'm going to show you the back end of a website, a couple of them. This is for the Smithers Chamber of Commerce. So if I actually go to Smithers Chamber, so the Smithers Chamber of Commerce has a business directory. So here it is right here, and we actually did this. We redid their business directory, and so with this, you can actually come in here, and you can look at different. You can search for businesses. So if I wanted to, let's say, helicopter, I was looking for a helicopter. Oops. Helps if I spell it correctly, right? Helicopter. So you come in and you can search different things, and you can you'll be presented with different ones. And so what we've got chamber members can fully edit out their listings, where non-chamber members will just have basic information. So if I click onto Silver King, who looks and stands out, I can actually come onto their their business listing, and they're full-fledged, got a whole bunch of information, even a video on here. And so this is something that we did for the Chamber of Commerce. We just recently added this business directory. Actually, we've revamped it. And so now the reason I'm showing you this is because of here. So you can see right here in this spot, right here, if I go red right here, okay, you can see exactly when we launched the directory. When we switched over to the brand new directory, it's now on WordPress. It's got a beautiful directory, and you can see that it is on the upward trajectory. It's going in that direction, okay? Whereas before, you can see they were just going in this direction. So as a business, which line would you want? Would you want your business going this way, or would you want your business going that way? So this is what you want when you have a website. And so it's not just, yeah, I want a website, I want some photos and some text up on the interwebs ocean somewhere. No, it is, you need somebody that is going to put in the thought process, who's going to care about your business, who's going to care about your success as much as you do. And so there's a lot of people who will give you a website, and I will tell you right now, they do not have something like this. I see it all the time. I see all these so-called website developers, and maybe that's just all they are. Maybe that's just all they are. They're just a website developer, and they create you a website, and great. But is it actually what you want? If it's just floating out in the ocean, it's not doing anything, that's not what you want. What you want is, you want something that is attracting you customers, clients, prospects. Now with this data, I can actually come into here, and I can see how are people finding the Chamber of Commerce website. And I can see that people are typing in Smithers, Home Hardware, Smithers, Smithers Pool, No Frills. Let's open this up. Panago, Smithers Home Hardware, Creative Stitch. All these different businesses are getting traffic to the brand new business directory. So even if I were to, let's say, go to, let's open up this again, and I were to go to, I was looking for something as simple as a bakery in Smithers. Okay, I'm looking for a bakery in Smithers. I've got Paul's Bakery here. This is the Smithers Chamber of Commerce on their business directory. Rustica Wood-Fired Bakery. That's their listing right there. If I wanted to commercial, I can't spell today, driver training, it's okay because I'll just click that. And this is actually one of the chamber members, and this is his listing right here. This is the Ultimate West Coast Training, and that's commercial driver training right there. So absolutely awesome. That is what you want. People are going to Google and they're typing in these things, and they are ending up on your website, on your business listing, things like that. So we can do, let's say, trying to keep this good, short but good, so that you get all the information that you can when you are looking for a designer developer for your new website. Now, if I go to, let's say, another place, this is another client of ours, Bruce Woods. Okay, he's a woodworker here in Smithers, actually just down the street. And so this is his website, as you can see. So once again, what do you see here? You see an upward trajectory from here. Now, this is just a gentleman who just does, not just does, but he is just by himself, and he creates these beautiful woodworking projects. And now for people who are going online and they are searching for, I can see what they are searching for. Oops. People are looking for pet urns. They're looking for pet urns. So let's say if I were to take this keyword here, and let's see what we can find. We'll go to Google. Remember, I'm not logged in. Pet Urns Canada. So this are the results that we are given. A lot of these can be, sponsored. So they're actually paid ads. But I can come into here and I can see, okay, images. Let's see some images. Pretty competitive keyword, but that's my client right there. Right there. This is my client right here. Okay. Especially with pet urns, you are going to, that's another one right there. Right here, right here. So pretty competitive keyword, I would agree, I would say. And that is my client. So if I went to the second page of Google, let's see what we can find here. Right here, there's our client here. So that's a pretty competitive keyword, 100%. So it's very, very competitive, very hard to get onto, but he's up there. He's getting website visitors because of this. That's his most popular keyword. Wooden bowls, custom wood urns. Let me actually take that back. Once again, it's a very general keyword. Urns, but there's my client right there. There's my client right there. It's got some photos, got that right there. If we go into images, that's my client right there. Right there. Right there. On a very general keyword. Now, what I mean by general is, let's say if I were to just type in chiropractor. Chiropractor is very general, okay? But if I wanted a best chiropractor in Smithers, you see how it gets more narrow and narrow, and it's less general. Another one is, let's say, sciatica tennis ball relief. This is a little bit more of a general keyword, and the reason I'm showing it to you is because this is our client here. So people with sciatica, so very, very painful, and they hear, hey, you can actually use a tennis ball, and like their chiropractor might even say, their doctor might even say, yeah, go home and like use a tennis ball. And so they'll come like, okay, sciatica tennis ball relief, or they they type in a general keyword like that, and our client right here, once again, it came up with that strategy. How can we get our client more website visitors, more people, more leads? And so this is actually very, very well done. Drives a lot of traffic to their website, and we've got new patients, existing patients. People can go to their other places. It's really, really thought out. And so there's a reason why our websites cost anywhere from $10,000 to $10,000 and up. It's because we don't just give you a website, we give you a lead generating machine. And so, but like I said, you know, you don't have to use us. What I'm wanting to do is give you the information so that when you look for a website designer, you look for a website developer, they know what they're doing. They're not just giving you a website, like a website that doesn't do anything. They're giving you something that is going to give you, as a business owner, leads, foot traffic, sales, something that is going to grow with you. So yes, Bruce Woods, as you can see, I got dog urns, wooden pet cremation urns, how to amplify sound, custom wood urn. Let me see here, what else we have. How much do funeral casket cost? So this, how much do funeral casket costs? Go back to Google. Oh, did I close that? I did close that. Okay. I'm gonna open up once again, a private window so that I'm not logged in, and I can easily type in this keyword. So people have used this exact keyword to get onto the website. And so it's pretty competitive because we've got Costco up here. We've got a very competitive keyword. And just trying to see, yeah, it's very competitive. Okay. Under images, yeah. I'm not surprised because it's a very competitive keyword, very competitive market. So I'm not surprised by that at all. Handmade wooden urns, Canada. That's a very good specific keyword. So if I were to come in here, so like I said, your potential clients, your potential customers, your potential patients are using Google and keywords to get to your website. So as you can see, this first one, that's my client. Second one, this one over here, that's my client. This one right here, this one right here. As you can see the URL, right? It says right here, Bruce Woods. Right? That's my client. So he's just he you know, just a gentleman who's just out turning wood. And if we come into the listings here, there he is right there. You know, CanadianUrns.ca, like that's a very high authoritative website, and he's right below them. 1, 2, 3. He's right below them. So there's a lot of thought process that went into when we created a website for him. Customer It's Canada, handmade. So anyways, as you can see, like I said, there's the upward trajectory of these websites. Now I'm going to show you something else, and this is for the Caribou Upholstery. This is the upholstery business that I showed you. And so this is a piece of software that you can use. Anybody can use this. Okay, so this is SEMrush, and we can look in here and I can show you, this is when we launched the website, and we have just been improving it. Well, actually, we haven't touched the website in a long time. I can't remember the last time they sent me an invoice. And so, but the point is that you can see that their website is continuously growing, and it's just growing over time. And these different lines represent different things. And so they are growing over time. And I'm going to show you, I can actually go into here. Let's do the, I can see exactly how people are getting to this website. And here we are, boat upholstery near me. People are typing in boat upholstery near me. That is the #1 way people are getting to this website. And we can do that ourselves. I can type that in. Mind you, I'm in a private browser, so let's turn on my location. Make sure, let's allow. So here we go. Victoria. Oh, I think I have a, what's it called? Let's do this. I have a VPN, so it's putting my location elsewhere. But Boat Upholstery near Smithers, BC. We've got Caribou Upholstery on the Chamber of Commerce. We've got Smithers Upholstery, Caribou Upholstery down here. Now, mind you, that is just because it is taking into consideration your location, all kinds of things. If I were to go to Prince George, Caribou Upholstery, now because they are in Prince George, now they pop up here, they pop up here, 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 and so you can see the difference in that. But that is, I can see exactly how people are getting to this website. Boat upholstery. These are all their keywords right here. Boat covers for boats. Touchless boat cover price. Touchless. Boat upholstery repair. Custom boat covers near me. Reupholster. How much to... Oh, here we go. This is a very, very popular keyword for this website. How much to reupholster boat? And guess whose client is sitting at the top? That's our client. So now you might be wondering as to, like, how did we end up with this? There was a lot of research done when we said, how can we get more website visitors to the website? We put in a lot of work in doing the research, and we came up with this question. We found that people were wanting to know this question. And so we put together a whole entire article talking about boat upholstery, how much it costs. So many people, I think it might even be in here, if I can find it. Let's see. Yeah, just an FYI, I had this seat recovered 2 different times over the years. The first time was $1,200, the second time was $1,500. So that price doesn't sound too bad. And that was this guy here. So we actually linked to it. If you're having trouble signing in, it's too bad. Okay, whatever. But anyways, the idea is that there's a lot of people, they say, hey, I was quoted this much for boat upholstery. Why is it so expensive? And so they'll go to Google, they'll look at this stuff, and then they'll land here. This is a very popular article that we have written for this client. Boat upholstery, cover for boat, boat upholstery. How much to reupholster a boat? Boat covers for sale. But my point here is that you want to make sure that when you get a website, if it's a very well built website, your website continues to grow. It just grows. Now, like I said, this client hasn't paid me anything since the last time we did any work for them. And their website continues to grow. As you saw in the graphs that I've showed you, it just continues to go. Now here, if you look at this traffic cost, what this is that if you had your website and you wanted to pay for Google Ads, you can get this same amount of traffic, but it'll cost you about $900, about $1,000 a month. It's going to cost you if you wanted to get this kind of traffic to your website. So if you had a boat upholstery website and you wanted this kind of traffic coming to your website, you would pay about $1,000 a month in Google Ads for this, and that is in USD. So it's about $1,500 Canadian. That is absolutely crazy. 1,500 times 12, what is that? $18,000. $18,000 for an entire year. So we charge this person $15,000 for a website. Their website is now generating traffic that is equivalent to $1,500 Canadian a month, just for free. So they get, let's say they need 15 clients to recoup the cost of that initial investment. After that first year, they're making profit. Okay, because we don't charge them monthly. That's another thing too. Like I never charge my clients monthly. I never do. Maybe I should, but I never do. But this has been growing ever since. So When you are wanting a website designer, developer in Northern British Columbia, Prince George, Smithers, Terrace, wherever you may be, Houston, Chatwin, wherever you may be, you want to make sure that your website designer, developer has this knowledge, and they don't just give you a website. They don't just give you some text and some photos and some whatever. They'll give you something that is going to generate your business leads, phone calls, emails, sales, foot traffic. Okay, like this is huge. Traffic cost, absolutely amazing. Now another thing, this is another client that we have, and this was the naturopath client that I was talking about. So once again, we can plug their website into here using the tool. This is a free tool if you choose to use it for free. You can plug it in. And they had a website for a long time, for a very long time, way back here. They had a website way back here. And look at this flat line. Can you see the moment that they hired us? This is in Burnaby, a very, very competitive place. So my question is, can you see the moment that they hired us to build them a brand new website? And similar to the other graphs that I've shown you, it's going in the upward trajectory. And I haven't, when was the last time it might be a couple of years, maybe a year, maybe close to 2 years, coming on to 2 years now since they last paid me for anything, since I last worked on the website. And ever since then, the website continues to grow. It is in the upward trajectory direction. Your website should be a growing asset. That, not this. As you can see, like I said, these guys had a website way back here. And you can see the exact moment that they hired us. I can show you this with client after client after client. And, you know, like if I go to Bruce Woods here, okay, if I go into here and I simply plug this in, once again, we domain overview, plug that in, and we can see this is a very new website. We just launched this. So do you see that upward trajectory as well? Once again, that should be the goal of your website designer, developer when you hire them, because everybody will give you a website. I don't want to, you know, actually here, let me see. Okay, so this is another website that not done by us, okay, because we would never do this. So basically I just took it and I put theirs in. This was from somebody who is just a website developer. That's all they are. And so if you look at the traffic when the website first launched was up, only hit 41, and then it dropped down. It basically died. How are people finding it? It's got 0 organic keywords. Organic keywords are the keywords that are relevant to your business. Smithers Plumber, Caribou, boat upholstery near me. Those are organic keywords. These guys, they maxed out. They paid. They maxed out at what, 2, 3, 5? And so this is an example of what you don't want. So if somebody like this comes in and says, "Hey, I can develop a website for you. It's going to cost $5,000." I'm like, okay, well, show me what you can do, because I don't just want a website. That's exactly what these people got, is just a website. I'll show you another one. So here's another one. Okay, we got patioprocovers.ca. So this is another website that I plugged in. And this one here, okay, it's been around for a year. So since March 2024 or April 2024, but it's still been around for a year. Organic keywords, nothing. And just so you know, I'm not picking and choosing as to what websites to show you. This is literally, I went on the website, and I selected the first 4, and this is the second one of that 4 right here. So like I said, if you have a website designer, developer, and they're coming in and saying, "Hey, I can do this for you," what I want you to be able to say is, "Show me your results." I don't just want a website. Website's not what I want. I want something that helps me generate leads, generate website traffic, generate potential. Can we convert those website visitors into leads? I'll show you one more. Here's the other one. Can you see any graphs? Can you see anything? I see zero. I see zero. I see nothing. I don't even see a line. I don't see anything here. Organic keywords, one. One. Whatever that one is. Let's find out what that one is. This is, I would never, I would never, ever, like if this was my website and this was my client, I would be so embarrassed and so ashamed of handing over something like this. This is why when people ask me, Nathan, why do your websites cost so much? Why do they cost over $10,000? And the reason is because of this. Because we don't just give you a website. We give you something that is going to help you generate that investment back. And so absolutely just, I would never. And I can once again, I can plug in another one. Domain overview here. And that's 3 out of 3. And like I said, this was just first ones. Oh, this is one that is okay. But it's been around for a year. It's only got 30 Bowen Island Stay, Bowen Island cottages. Yeah, but at the end of the day, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. There is a website, okay? There is a website. And the thing is that there's a lot of website designers and developers out there. That's not what we do, okay? We help you generate something that is going to help you. And so all of these websites that I just showed you, every single one of them, I could help. And I wouldn't give them a new website. Well, maybe. What's going on here? Weird. However, what I'm saying is that I could turn these guys around, because a lot of times my clients, what happens is they come to me and they say, hey Nathan, we have a website, but we feel like it's not doing anything. And so that's where I come in and I look at it and I say, well, I can see that your website's not performing whatsoever. And I'm not surprised. So then I would come up with a strategy. I would come up with ideas as to what is it that you do, who is it that you want to target, how do you want to go after it, and I come up with the strategy and the plan, lay it all out, and I say, this is what I am confident that will help you create a successful website. That's what I always say, a successful website, because this clearly is not a successful website, and none of the other ones were. And this happened so many times. And if you saw the websites, they look pretty decent. Okay, you saw them, they look pretty decent. But are they functioning like you want them to? Are people finding them? Not. So that's the thing, is I can show you my clients time and time again as to what I do for them. And there's a reason they charge, I charge them 10, 15, upwards of $20,000 depending on their market and what they need. So anyways, my name's Nathan, 360 Gallery. I hope you got something out of this. And like I said, whether you hire us or you hire somebody else, honestly, like I have so much work, just hire somebody else. But you have the information that when you go out and you need a website, you need a designer, developer, you now can say, okay, I see your work. Let me see your results. Let me see your results that you've been able to do for your clients. What do? Do you care about the results that come from? And if they can plug in, that's a free tool. You can do that. You can take their portfolio, get all their links of their clients, plug it into that free tool, and that free tool will show you exactly what I just saw. And you can see what's there. So anyways, once again, my name is Nathan, 360 Gallery. If you need a website, I have so much work, it's just insane. Virtual tour, if you need a virtual tour, I'll probably make another video about a virtual tour, but they're absolutely awesome. I have so many other ones, but check us out and find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, and I will talk to you later, okay? Thank you very much, and I hope you got something out of this. We'll talk soon.